Hello everyone, Judge Sapphire here, and welcome to Detective Girl of the Steam City. Now, I fell in love with this game because of the steampunk aesthetics of it. I love steampunk accessories, clothing, decorations, you name it. I love it all. Like, the steampunk stores in Comic-Con, they're the ones I hang out the most at, and I usually visit them like sometimes almost like 5 times in one con because I just love them. They're just so amazing to look at, and the detail and the effort put into it is amazing. So let's get into this. Thank you for purchasing the Detective Girl of Steam City. Please choose your settings. Select your desired movement speed while in the city. This will not affect your speed indoors. I'm going to choose normal for now. And I want to watch the opening. Detective Office. Sophie, London, the Steam City. In the city enveloped in white smoke, trouble is brewing. And the one who will catch the perpetrators in front of the entire police force is me, the Detective Girl. There will be no rest for the wicked once I'm on the case. Just hearing the name Sophie is enough to make the criminals shake in their boots. Hee hee, just kidding. Police officer, excuse me. Apologies, but something has happened that's beyond our capabilities. We'd like to request the help of Detective Jonathan Winters. I'm sorry, but Dad, my father, isn't here right now. He's gone abroad and won't be back for some time. Oh, no. I figure he would have told the inspector. Well, given how careless that inspector is, I'm sure he just forgot. But you're in luck. I was just looking for a case to make a name for myself. You do not say that, though. You do not make yourself amateurish. Say, you say something like on the lines of, I was just looking for a new case. Or something like that. Something that makes you sound like you've got experience. Could you guide me to the crime scene? I'll show you how brilliant the Detective Girl solves this case. Inspector, I'm back. Oh, did you bring Detective Jonathan? Well... Good to see you, Inspector. You're Sophie. What's the meaning of this? Well, I went to the detective's office, but it seems he's abroad and won't be back for some time, so in his stead, Sophie here agreed to come and help. He'll be away for at least half a year to help out with the canonial. This is not a dessert. With the ruined survey team. I'm sure he told you about that. That was today. Damn. How careless, Inspector. But don't worry, I'll solve this case instead. I'll even give you a 10% discount over my father. Don't be foolish. If I let you run around and do what you want, Jonathan will be furious with me. But the police couldn't solve the case, and besides, I don't want to be my father's assistant forever. I want to prove that I can solve this case by myself. I don't think this is a bad deal for either of us, right? As a test, why not leave this case to me? If I can't solve this one right away, I won't say any more about the matter. Guess I've got no choice. You have my permission to act as our detective in this case. One of you give Sophie here a briefing of the case. Yes, sir. I'll do a different police officer's voice for this one. The incident occurred around 10 a.m. today. The victim is Lord Huddinson, Huddleston, the master of the house. His body was found in the bedroom in an odd state. Judging from the discoloration of his face and how he vomited blood, it must have been poison. We found similar traces on a glass on the table. He suffered no other injuries, and there was no sign of conflict in the room. One thing I will criticize about this, and I don't mean to criticize, it's just me. When game companies, they outright said this was based in London. And, I mean, okay, it's a modern interpretation, but it's also the steampunk world, it's not our world, but to me, it should be spelt with the English way of spelling things, so discoloration should have a U in it, instead of just going O-R, because that's the American way of spelling colour. So anyway, let's carry on. What kind of poison? That's still being determined. There was only a trace amount left in the glass. We haven't found anything else containing poison. I just feel like this is an uptight police officer. He's just very, yes, to the book, to the facts, just throwing it all out there at once. So the original vessel for the poison was discarded or destroyed by the culprit. We have we have 4 suspects: Lord Huddleston's wife, his son, and 2 maids that work here in the mansion. They're all on the ground floor. Could it have been suicide? He had dinner plans with the politician Chantrill tonight, so the possibility was slim. Well, I'll have a look around for now. Sophie has 6 unique skills, and improving each of them will provide a sizable advantage in advancing the story. That is just a problematic sentence. Right now, you can use the special skill Detective Level 1 to find evidence the police may have overlooked. Right, find the question in the bedroom. Interrogate the 4 suspects. A glass and a fine wine. The poison glass was confiscated, so there would have been 2 glasses here. So 2 people. That's obvious. His bedding is dishevelled. There's something in between here. A long blonde hair is stuck between the bed frame and the sheets. I see. This is Euhembine? I thought it might have been the poison, but this is just a normal drug. I take it Lord Huddleston was rather vigorous. Gosh. Nothing in the drawers catches your eye. Anything about the clock? No. Map? Oh, whoops, wrong way. Okay, I can't click on the map. This appears to be the guest room, but apparently Mrs. Huddleston was using it every day. Why would she stay here? From what I understand, their love grew cold and they couldn't stand sleeping in the same bed anymore. A dress cabinet is tightly packed with many articles of female clothing. Some of the dresses look like they've been eaten by moths from frequent use. Lovely. Nothing there. Nothing there. Right. Let's have a look around. This is a study. Various books portraying about politics. Apparently Lord Huddleston was close to several government officials. Can't look at the typewriter? Seriously? There's some of my books on history and war annals. This is the room of the son, Daniel. Nothing stands out as being particularly suspicious. It contains an assortment of lower-class magazines, toys, and local craftsmanship. None of them show any sign of recent use. Okay. Shall we go downstairs? Right, there's one of the maids. She looks an older maid, so I'll try and give her a bit of an older voice. Why is it? I was the first to find the master's corpse. Ugh. Why did this happen? Please calm down. Do you have any idea who the culprit might be? I don't know. Her eye twitched. She's lying, but someone this bad at lying would be more agitated if she were the culprit. She might be an accomplice and covering for the real culprit at that. A bunch of ingredients are scattered about, neglected. She must have been in the middle of making lunch when it happened. Right, let's go down here. That must be the other maid. Maid Sarah, do you require something of me? At the time it happened, I was cleaning the study on the second floor, the room next to Master's. So you were nearby when Lord Hudson took the poison? Yes. She doesn't seem particularly disturbed that someone died. She looks somewhat exhausted, but other than that, she's very calm. Also, she's blonde. And what did we find? Right, there's the sun. Daniel. Like I told the police, I was out drinking until early morning. So I was fast asleep in my own bed. I didn't even wake up from the uproar. Because of that, all this feels like an alcohol-induced nightmare. My father's death doesn't feel real somehow. Were you on good terms with your father? I suppose I was. He always gave me money when I asked. The police are doubting me, aren't they? They think I killed my father to get my hands on his inheritance. But I would have rather kept receiving an allowance from him. What am I going to do now? What a spoilt child. But I can't deny the possibility of murder for his inheritance. This is the wife. Mrs. Hutchinson, what do you want? You actually suspect me? Stop kidding around. I've known about the man's affairs for the longest time and just let him do as he pleased. I'm well past the point where I want to kill him. Every time he'd go out with another woman. Did he really think I wouldn't notice? Where were you when the incident happened? I had shut myself in my room to stew. I'm sure you heard from the police, but I'm staying in the guest room. So she was fed up with her husband's affairs, but would that be enough of a motive for murder? I understand what happened now. I should report to the inspector. Who could the culprit be? I know who the culprit is, Inspector. Could you gather the suspects, Poirot style? Oh, I can't do a Poirot voice. I want to do a Poirot voice. My little grey cells tell me that the culprit is you, the maid, Sarah. I feel like doing a objection kind of thing. On what grounds? My reasoning is as follows. The bed linen was in disarray, and caught inside of it was a single strand of blonde hair. This means that you were sleeping in Lord Hudson's bed. Drama! You and Lord Hudson were in a relationship. You likely met him shortly before the murder. And after the deed was done, the exhausted Lord Henderson went to take a sip of water, but his glass was laced with poison. For his wine. But you miscalculated. You intended to thoroughly destroy the evidence, but the victim groaned loudly when he died. Naturally, his family and the other servants came running. In your panic, you only managed to retrieve the original container of poison and hurried out of the room. Then, pretending to have been cleaning in the room next door, you too came running to the source of the voice. Why would she only take the original container? Do you remember, Inspector? Half a year ago, a new investigative method revolutionized crime scenes all over France. That's right. You mean fingerprints? Correct. The news of the culprit being caught based on his matching fingerprints reached even the papers here in London. She must have seen that. Even if your fingerprints were found in Lord Henderson's room, you could have simply claimed they were there because of your cleaning. However, fingerprints on a container of poison are not so easily excused, right, Miss Sarah? A second miscalculation was the police officer right outside the house. The crime scene was preserved because he rushed inside, and you lost your opportunity to discard the container. Sarah, I didn't want to believe it, but... Ugh! Like I thought, you hid it in your headdress. This must be the poison used in the murder. It's a clear, transparent liquid. Must be some kind of chemical compound. Here you go, Inspector. Be careful not to break it. Now, any objections? Objection! No. None. I did it. I killed my master. I was born in a low-class family. I grew up in a poor household. My family consisted of my father, mother, brother, sister, and I. I had to work 14 hours of menial labour in a factory every day for little pay. I soon resigned. I was unable to find a job after that, until Lord Henderson took me in. He gave me a place to live and work, and I thought I was the luckiest girl alive. Until that day. I just couldn't forgive him laying a hand on my family. And so you poisoned Lord Henderson. Where did you get your hands on the poison of this caliber? A kind person gave it to me. A kind person? She owes this person a debt of gratitude. I doubt she'll tell us who they are, even if we question her. Thanks for your help today, Sophie. We couldn't have solved this case without you. The girl's a murderer, but we'll have to take the circumstances into consideration. On the account of Lord Henderson taking advantage of his position, her sentence should be considerably reduced. I'm glad I was given a chance to show off my skills. Please make sure the papers feature my name prominently when reporting this case to them, Inspector. Yeah, whatever. But from now on, don't go sticking your head into cases like this. Here, your reward for today. Nice. Not a lot, but I can't complain. The fame I'll get from helping the police is worth more than the money. Please stop talking about that. She is a very egotistical detective. Case closed. Gained a detective point. Before I head back to the office, I should drop by Amelia's workshop. She's probably done with my request by now. Me and Amelia at her studio in the south side of the city. Right. So just head down. I love the look of this. Hey, you want to buy a paper? I got all the latest news. Does it feature me? She is a very arrogant character, I must admit. I'm guessing that flashing dot is her. And this looks like industry area. Amelia's workshop. Sophie! Come on now. You know I have a lot of work. What took you so long? Well, a lot happened. I had to help out our dear helpless police force. You said that, but didn't think you actually do it. So, you're trying to become a real detective while your father's away. You think it'll work out? You never know until you try. More importantly, if it's finished, I want to try it out. Alright, let's start with the wire gun. Pull the trigger to shoot a wire, release to stop, and if you pull the trigger again after that, it will retract. I managed to make it small enough to carry on you, but strong enough to lift a person, like you asked. The fuel consumption pretty bad though. Press the A key to fire the wire gun. You can also reach certain places you can't normally go by aiming for the hook symbol. However, it costs 20 SP to use. Let's see if I can get to the roof of this building. Oh, whoops. Not bad. Oh, whoops. Wrong one. It'll take some getting used to, but that's fine. Great job, Amelia. I know, right? Now, let's test the night vision goggles. Come here, Sophie. Get in here. It's dark inside. I can't see anything, Amelia. Flip the switch on the left side of the goggles. Just feel around for it. You'll figure it out. Ooh. Amazing! I can see clearly now. The range isn't great, but I've adjusted them so they would last a long time. The night vision goggles do not consume SP. They'll be turned on automatically if you enter a dark location. There we go. If you had your fill, come back up. Oh, okay. Just took me up anyway. Last one's the steam knuckle. But all I did was up the power. You remember how it used to, how to use it, yeah? Just toggle the safety, compress some steam, and punch. How much did you increase the power by? Better too big than too small, right? I pumped it up a lot. If you punch someone with this, well, my condolences to their family. The steam knuckle can be used as a special skill during battle. However, if you consume too much SP with the wire gun, you'll be unable to use it. Right. This is just what I expected from you, my friend. It's everything I could have hoped for. I'm in awe of your technological prowess. Yeah. Now, are you going to pay up? Did you forget how much this stuff cost? 1 whole grand. That much? It's just a prototype. But it still took time and materials to make. And you should keep on going, just put it on my tab. I don't have enough on hand. I even rounded the amount down. You know, if you're in awe of my technology prowess, prove it by paying me. Don't, and you can kiss your maintenance and development goodbye. Alright, fine. Fortunately, I'm a detective now, so I'll earn money to pay you back. I'll believe that when I see it. Still, 1,000 is a lot. Let's hope I get a good client soon. Right, I head back to the detective bureau. I can check the city map if I get lost. So, I like that robot, it's cute. Right. Oh, whoops. Oh! That's cool. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Let's go over here. No, nothing there. Let's go back outside and have a look at the map. Because I'm not quite sure whether... Unless it's the office, unless that's what they mean. But I think these... I don't think this will... No, this is the south. Ooh, hold on. I'm so worried about my family. I hope none of them are sick. Useful. Thank you for that. Right. Okay, so it's got to be one of the other buildings. So is it this way? Right, don't think it's that one. Let's have a look at this guy. If I can. I wonder what you do today. Street performer Isaac. Come one, come all. I have plenty of splendid sights to show you. Okay, just say the same thing. It's so cool. I love the look of this. Right, that's a dead end. So, which way? This way? Shall we go back this way? Because it's got to be near the police station. Just trying to remember where everything is. Oh, look at the car! That's so cool. Oh, I do love this a lot. Just love the look of this. What's this? Ooh, shop. Welcome. Shop talk. I've got nothing interesting to tell you. Okay, never mind. Cancel. That must be some kind of warehouse. I love how groggy everything looks. That's the water. That looks absolutely awful. Is this it? These are the public baths. Oh, they've run by the government, so using them is practically free. I always get stopped when I try to use the women's baths because of the way I dress. Okay, interesting. Ah, we found the bar. Or pub. The restrooms are this way. Right, okay. We can go back there later. I'm just trying to scope out and try and figure out where everything... Oh, hello. Oi, detective! You there? Could you keep it down? You'll break the hinges if you bang on it that hard. Who the hell are you? The detective you're looking for? Huh? Don't with me. You're just a little brat, not a detective. Do you want to find a dancer or not? I'll listen to your story inside. How you know I was looking for a dancer? Elementary, my dear sir. There's a slight scent of perfume on your body. It's the kind that's popular with the dancers. So you must have met with one shortly before. Next, the dust on the bottom parts of your clothes indicates you were somewhere people wouldn't normally go, which likely means you were searching for something there. If you're in a situation that requires a detective, I figured you wouldn't just go hire a dancer. So naturally, that means you're trying to find one. Amazing! You're totally right. A dancer went missing and I'm trying to find her. I'll reward you handsomely, so please do something. A handsome reward, you say? I'd rather not get involved with gangs, but that changes things. This is a club where she disappeared from. Looks good, doesn't it? If you find her, I'll let you in for free. I'm a woman, so no thanks. Are you serious? This here's a detective. She'll find her. She looks a little unreliable. Are you sure she'll be useful? It'll be fine. Why don't you start by telling me what you know about the missing dancer? Like her name, what she looks like. Her name is Maggie. She's a popular girl with blonde hair down to her waist. She disappeared on the evening the day before yesterday. Her full name wouldn't happen to be Maggie May, would it? No, that's not right. Examine Maggie's personal effects. Well, personal belongings. A shelf is lined with cheap alcohol. Ugh. Can you imagine having that in your bedroom? Gosh, that would stink. Hear them out. Maggie was our most popular girl. If we can't find her, our reputation's going to plummet. I was last to see her, but she said she'd just be with a regular customer. She was complaining about how much trouble he was. Do you know anything about this regular customer? No clue. We get a lot of annoying clients around here. If I had to tell you about all of them, we'll be here all night. I can't believe Maggie's gone. She always took such good care of us new girls. I hope she'll return to us soon. There's a collection of pottery on the table. Did I say pottery or poetry? One of the two. There's a collection of poetry on the table. A collection of presents from the clients. Only around half of them have actually been opened. Ooh. It contains clothes for the live-in dancers. Surprisingly, most of them aren't aren't very revealing. Makeup and various accessories all crammed into a wooden box. It could have been anyone's. Every dancer has these things. These are Maggie's personal effects. Let's have a look. Nothing special here. Letters to a family. The contents aren't unusual. Doesn't look like there's anything of use here. I should go down and talk to the gangster. Yo, mate! Don't leave me hanging here. Did you find any clues? Nothing whatsoever. It doesn't look like she's made plans of any kind. As such, her disappearance was completely unexpected. Ugh, dang. What do we do now? You're awfully worried about her disappearance, aren't you? Seems kind of unusual for just a dancer. Well, I guess. But it's a long story. Come outside for a bit. I can't say this in front of the other dancers. But truth be told, even if one or two of them vanished, I wouldn't care. There's plenty more to go around. However, we're currently at war with another gang, and this is our turf. And so, because it's possible that the enemy gang took the girl, you decide to hire a detective. Right. We've been keeping a close watch on the area and on anyone going in and out, see? So if anybody saw this Maggie go anywhere, that means our surveillance network has a hole in it. Which could cause your entire organization to collapse. Well, I see where you're coming from. If nobody saw Maggie, it's possible she's still in the area. Did you check the building nearby? Of course we did. What about down the manhole? That's right. We didn't. There's a tunnel down there. It's just a possibility for now. I'll have a look around here since I have night vision goggles. Can you wait for me here? Right. Down we go. Down the disgusting, scary thing. Right. Okay. Ooh. It is spooky because... What is that? Please don't be a body. Some rocks. It's going to be easy to get lost in here. Ooh. And suddenly it's like day. That's enough. Who the hell are you? Sophie, the detective girl. I was told to look for that girl, Maggie. Now hand her over. Detective girl, Maggie's mine. I won't let you have her. Oh, shoot. Against a normal opponent, you have 4 options. Use the arrow keys to select an action. You can get a primitive strike with the steam knuckle to damage the enemy before combat status. Even outright defeating them if you attack in a strong enough. It is strong enough. This consumes 15 SP. After this, combat will ensue. Only available after acquiring the allure skill. You can avoid combat with your allure. This may fail. Only available after acquiring the something skill. You can avoid combat by negotiating. This may fail. Nice. That took care of him. If I get too rough, he'll drop the girl. You came to save me? Yeah, sorry I'm late. Case closed. Gained a detective point. You really saved us, detective. Would have been a right pain if they took this to the police. Sorry for my selfish behaviour. All in a day's work. Now, what about my compensation? Our hideout's nearby. You should come with me. The boss wants to thank you personally. Your hideout? You're not planning to frame me, are you? If you're trying to skimp on the payment, it'll be a problem. Of course not. Our boss is an honourable man. He wouldn't lay a hand on you. Well then, let's go see him. Black dog. Head into the furthest room. I know the voice for him is changing slightly ever so often, but it's because it's actually hurting my voice. So I gotta be very careful with it. So furthest room. So this is like Godfather level. Hello. Right. What kind of voice can I do for him? I'm the leader of the Black Dogs, Jake. You were a big help with that dancer, detective. The report stated you're a woman, but I guess they were wrong. Sorry to disappoint, but I am in fact a woman. My appearance helps when conducting detective matters. Oops, that was rude of me. Now then, first of all, your reward. FC 300, nice. Much better pay than the police, huh? Let's not discuss how you obtained this money in the first place. Now, detective, I have one more job I would like to request of you. I took the job because I was worried about the missing dancer. I don't intend to become allies with a gang because of it. Now that I've received my reward, I'll be heading back. I'll pay you double, 600. For the other job. How about it? Now I see why I had to come here to receive my reward. It was to see if I could be swayed by money, which is correct. You're not wrong. You're free to refuse, but at least hear me out. You see, it's a sweet deal. Us Black Dogs have fought for control over the slums for as long as we can remember. We fought gangs of all sizes in order to take this land, but the situation has completely changed. The Juggernaut Group has reared its head. They managed to produce vast amounts of guns and knives, and they massively grew in number as well. They're driving us into a corner. You sure are paying me a lot given your situation. I'm surprised you can afford it. If we can't even afford to pay those who have earned it, we'll be abandoned before long. Painful as it may be, we will pay when needed. I see. They're cruel and openly assault citizens, and they distribute drugs to those in the slums indiscriminately. They're not an enemy we can just overlook. That's why we can't just give up. Your resolve is admirable. Right? However, a loss is a loss, and the slums are now entirely under their control. Thus, my request, head to the slum district A and deliver this letter to a man named Oswald. If he takes action, there's still a chance we can take District A back. I was going to make a joke about Hunger Games with District 13, but I'm not going to do it. Maybe this is the origin of the districts. I don't know. District A back. What do you say? Will you do it? So this enemy gang, Juggernaut or whatever, you want me to just head into an area under their control, carrying this letter. What part of this is a sweet deal exactly? This isn't something you should be hiring a detective for. No, you're just the right person for the job. What this job needs is someone with your quick wits. Good grief, fine. I'll do it for 800. I wouldn't even consider it. Consider if this is... Well, I wouldn't even consider if it... That doesn't seem... I wouldn't... What is that sentence? I wouldn't even consider... It should be it. I wouldn't even consider it if this... I wouldn't even consider if it wasn't for my debt. I wouldn't even consider this if it wasn't for my debt. Very well. We'll make it 800 if you succeed. Deliver this letter to Oswald. He's in charge of the area. Right. Well, I guess I have to do this. With this, I'll be able to repay my debt with Amelia. But I won't do it in this episode because I'm going to leave it for next time. Because we technically solved 2 cases. They're only small. And one is kind of like integrated us into another one. So yeah, I'll leave it till the next episode. So thank you for watching. And hopefully we are able to help these gang members and they won't have any repercussions for us at all. Like, nothing bad at all. But anyway, in the meantime, take care, guys, and bye-bye. Bye.